Good evening, liberal comrades. What I'm about to share with you is unfortunate, I would say. There's a three-part video series that I recorded together with Zsword. He had been wanting to get on some guest commentary with me, and particularly with this game, Master of Orion, since he started playing it a few days ago. Well, I finally decided, I was like, sure, we'll do this together. Let's sit down and have some fun and enjoy ourselves. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, CamStudio decided to skip and lag and glitch heavily, and I'm not sure why. I mean, I've recorded over an hour of footage before with Baltz. I've done it with Baltz, Jeff, and Ben. I've done so much. I've rarely had problems to this extent with guest commentary, but whenever I went to check the audio and video tracks for our three videos together, I found out I was missing over 90 seconds of footage. And there's lots of skipping and glitching, and to try and salvage that, it would have been work. I feel so lazy saying that. Just in order to make it a quality product, I would have had to piece together everything. I would have had to I would have had to cut out bits of video, cut out bits of audio where the voice stutters and it just staggers and it where it glitches, and sometimes the audio outright vanishes, and I don't understand why. I'm reckoning I'm going to have to look into a different recorder for my future videos, at least whenever I do guest commentary. The videos work best whenever I actually do YouTube-size bits. The longer I let the video record, the more prone it is to glitch up. If I just stop the damn videos at fucking like 10 minutes, but even then it still glitched. I don't understand. Maybe my recording software just doesn't like Zsword. I don't know. It was his first attempt to try and do live commentary with me. Got all foobar, fuck the hell, and I apologize. I'm sorry to the viewers. That idea didn't quite work out, but you folks still need to see this video because it's important to see what happens in the future, since I've already gone on from these videos and played the game more, so I can't just like erase all this and say none of it ever happened. Therefore, I've decided that I would try to fill this audio track with something else. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to be reading some speeches. The first speech I'm going to be reading will be quite fitting for the day, although technically for me it is past April 20th. April 20th has some highlights in history. One of them being the failed Bay of Pigs invasion. The United States instigated against Cuba, which really sparked tensions, both between the United States and Cuba, and, you know, Cuba's protector was Soviet Union. So, here's what I'm going to do. For you folks who might not be interested in this video, considering that its lack of audio commentary, I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. I'm going to build myself up and make some more progress and continue to consolidate myself while there's no longer war between myself and the meerkats, which is what I've apparently taken to call them, cleavage bitch. However, there comes a time much later in the video where I decide, okay, I want to declare war again. That's what I want to do. It's all fine and well. Let's declare war. I'm all ready. I'm prepared. Let's fucking do this. Problem. What I failed to notice is that meerkats are allied with the Klakons. And so whenever I provoke war by threatening the meerkats, the Klakons step in and say, whoa, 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 fuck you. And they have a lot of ships. They have a lot of ships. Later on in the video, if you want to skip ahead, you don't want to listen and watch all this stuff or hear me talk, you'll see for yourself. I guess these are actually going to be 3 videos, so... I mean, I can't really just upload one 30-minute blurg. Later on, yes, it's going to be quite ugly for me, and I despair a little bit. And I end the recording with Zsword after things really fall apart, and I basically resolved that I have to do this on my own. Here I've just now settled the colony of underpants. Colonizing the barren planets and what have you. You folks can see what I'm doing fair enough. I don't feel I need to talk about this game the entire step of the way. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure most of you have a better grasp on this game than I do. But yeah, what happens at the end is that I Failtrain, and it's really, really... And the next videos are basically, the video immediately after my final recording with Zsword is quite entertaining, I think. Because it's me essentially trying to see if I can recover from this. Yeah. So there we go. I spoiled it for you. So feel free to skip this video, the next video, and the video after that. That makes videos 19, 20, and 21. You already know what happens now. But I don't want to leave these tracks completely empty, so instead I'm going to commemorate this time with some speech. The first speech I am going to give is John F. Kennedy's Cuban Missile Crisis Address to the Nation. I think I'm prepared for this. So, here we go. Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. Upon receiving the first preliminary hard information of this nature last Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., I directed that our surveillance be stepped up, and having now confirmed and completed our evaluation of the evidence in our decision on a course of action, this government feels obliged to report this new crisis to you in fullest detail. The characteristics of these new missile sites indicate 2 distinct types of installations. Several of them include medium-range ballistic missiles, capable of carrying a nuclear warhead for a distance of more than 1,000 nautical miles. Each of these missiles, in short, is capable of striking Washington, D.C., the Panama Canal, Cape Canaveral, Mexico City, or any other city in the southeastern part of the United States, in Central America, or in the Caribbean area. Additional sites, not yet completed, appear to be designed for intermediate-range ballistics missiles, capable of traveling more than twice as far, and thus capable of striking most of the major cities in the Western Hemisphere, ranging as far north as Hudson Bay, Canada, and as far south as Lima, Peru. In addition, jet bombers, capable of carrying nuclear weapons, are now being uncrafted and assembled in Cuba, while the necessary air bases are being prepared. This urgent transformation of Cuba into an important strategic base, by the presence of these large, long-range, and clearly offensive weapons of sudden mass destruction, constitutes an explicit threat to the peace and security of all the Americas, in flagrant and deliberate defiance of the Rio Pact of 1947, the traditions of this nation and hemisphere, the joint resolution of the 87th Congress, the Charter of the United Nations, and my own public warnings to the Soviets on September 4th and 13th. This action also contradicts the repeated assurances of Soviet spokesmen, both publicly and privately delivered, that the arms buildup in Cuba would retain its original defensive character, and that the Soviet Union had no need or desire to station strategic missiles on the territory of any other nation. Give me a break here. I figured this will give time for me to cycle over to the second video. I mean, I'm cutting this at about 10:30, I think, so yeah.